Like it's like you're on it. Do you want me to introduce
It's like, take two. A comedian sent me a video the other week, and it was them up in Liverpool. I said, "You've got to check out this; it's brilliant." And I was
should we make
2
a
minutes
start?
into the video, and then some guy
That's a
stood
terrible
in front of the camera
introduction,
for like
isn't
the full
it,
18
really?
minutes after.
Just what
Have
a
you watched the video?
shockingly
'Cause- no,
cool way
yes, you
to
should.
start a gig. So what I'll do, I'll just go over here and pretend we're live at the Apollo and introduce myself, and then you can pretend you haven't seen me come on, and then we can start again. Is that all right? Yeah. Lovely. Thanks very much. So just bear with me. What have I got to say now? Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Berkeley Arms, as we all know, and just give it up for your host, Nick Hill. See, that's much better, isn't it? That's lovely. This is a good turnout tonight, isn't it? This is nice on a
More than 4.
more than 4. Did we have more than 4 in last time? We had about 5.
Not more than you, Guff.
5 or so. So yeah, thanks for coming out on a. Is it Wednesday?
All day.
Oh, I'll tell you, I was out last night gigging. I'm out tonight and I'm out tomorrow night, and you know when you get to that age and you think, fuck it, you shouldn't be doing this anymore. Really, it's getting too much. You lose track of the days. But this is really nice. Just who has been to this gig before? Oh shit. Well, I know you have, obviously.
Have you heard all the jokes?
You've heard all, I know, and that's the problem, Graham. It means I can't do any of the stuff that I've done before. No, I've got a thing about, like, I write all my sets down, and if I do a gig, even if it's like 12 months later, I don't like repeating material. But so if you hear anything that I've done before that you've heard, just
We
put.
won't remember.
Well, you won't.
We're all of a certain age,
don't-
or sweet.
Don't tar everybody. There are young people in here this evening.
I know, I said most.
I mean, the table at the back, I've got to be honest, I think they just come straight from Cubs. Which is, have you guys been here before? The pub, but not to the comedy night. No. So okay. So everybody else has. So what we've done in the past historically, and it's only a bit of fun, and they've all gone through it. Just stand up and introduce yourself to the group. So we'll start with you, Mr. Gobby. What's your name, young man? Brilliant. Yeah.
I'm Ben.
Ben, and what do you do, Ben?
I'm training to be a teacher.
Oh, fantastic. Well done. Round of
Well
applause
done, mate.
for somebody about to throw his life away. That's great. So you're at what? Are you at uni or? Yeah, you sound fucking riveted by that, mate. Yeah. And what age do you wanna teach at? Yeah. Just young enough to hit them properly. That's... Yeah. You're gonna do really well. Yeah, just give him a battering.
Just sing.
That's fine. So we won't go around the rest of the table. Girls, you're going to get off lightly. Although I say that, so we've got two very attractive young ladies at the back. So you're most welcome tonight. And yeah, I know you're hurt. I was going to come to you. Don't worry, I won't leave you. You're very attractive as well. If that makes you feel better. Does it? And what's your name, young man? Bradley. And what do you do, Bradley? Oh yeah, fashion designer. Brilliant. And do you live locally? Because there's certainly a few fucking people in here you could pick on, I think, that need your help and assistance. Fashion design. Oh, that's brilliant, mate. Well done. Where are you studying at? Stroud College. Yeah. Don't build your hopes up, mate. Do they do fashion design in Stroud? Is that a thing, really? You come from Stroud? No. Have you been to Stroud on a Saturday? Have you seen what they... I would advise going to Stroud this Saturday, to be honest, mate. Just wander around the market and have your hopes and dreams dashed. Dear God. So, did we all have a good Christmas? Seems... Oh, listen to that. Seems a long time ago, didn't it? Mine was all right. I mean, it was going well until... I think it was the Sunday before Christmas. We had friends round. And one of them just innocently asked me, "You ready for Christmas, Nick?" I was, yeah, pretty much. And my wife was there. "Well, you're ready for Christmas, are you?" Because she is from Mumbai. I said, "Yeah, pretty much, yeah." Right. When you say you're ready for Christmas, you get the Christmas tree down? No. You done the decorations in the lounge? No. Written the cards? No. Bought all the presents? No. Got all the food for the Christmas period and then that horrible 7-day period in between Christmas and New Year? You've done all that, have you? I went, no. She said, "So when you say you're ready for Christmas, what exactly do you mean?" And I just said, "I got you that book you wanted." Well, I've done that joke about 5 times now, at different gigs. It's only gone down well once. So I think it's probably time to drop it. Do you think? Does it just not work? I mean, I didn't realise this was going to turn into a fucking counselling session. For me, to be honest, but there we go. It's a bit of it's a bit of a historic day today, because I was driving over tonight and I was thinking, 2 of the acts on the bill tonight, when I did my first ever stand-up gig, which was probably 20 years ago, at a little tiny pub in the Forest of Dean, the Miners' Arms, 2 of the acts were there at that time. And one of the acts, I can remember what he said to me. He said, "Nick, I really like what you did tonight. That 5 minutes was fantastic. And I think if you set your mind to it and work hard, you could go really far in the comedy world." How fucking wrong was he? Look at this tonight. Here I am at the Barclay Arms in Cam 20 years later. Oh, no, it was good. It was a good night, Pat, wasn't it? Can you remember it?
Greatest night of my life.
Was it? It was good. Have we done New Year's resolutions? Anybody? No. I was listening to Radio 4 last week, and there was a suggestion that New Year's resolutions for ourselves don't really work. What we should do is make New Year's resolutions for our partners, all the things they do wrong. And I thought, that's a cracking idea. What would yours be for him? Whichever your partner is. Now's your chance. Just say what you think.
Shake the beard.
What does he do that annoys you, that you would like him to...
How long have you got?
We've got all night, it doesn't matter.
There's so many things I can't pinpoint one quickly.
But try your best.
Leaves his socks on the bathroom floor.
Leaves his socks on
That
the
really
bar.
annoys me because I have to pick him up from a
Is that all?
Yeah. That's annoying.
Is that the worst you do?
No.
He's a saint! Alright, okay, leaves his socks on the bathroom floor. That's the your turn.
Bollocks.
Already just married.
Are you? You're only just married? Oh, are you? How long have you been married for?
We got married in July.
Oh, God, you've got so much to learn. Were you dating before that? How long for? 35 years. 5.5 years. And then what? Who asked who? And you asked, and what was the reason behind that? What made you, after 5.5 years, suddenly decide, oh fuck it, I better?
Pretty much that, I think.
Was it? Was she nagging you to? Are we gonna? Were you
I was getting to that age.
getting to that age? What age is that?
Well,
Did you
over
find-
40.
Ooh. Is that old? Is that old over 40? What do you think? She's your daughter. Really? Oh, okay. I'm never coming here again, Gray. This gets just weirder. So, are you going to do anything for Valentine's Day? Have you thought about Valentine's Day? Are we all celebrating Valentine's Day? Because it is coming up, isn't it? What, we got another, what's the date today? The 8th. We've got another 6 days. And I don't know if you know, like, but Valentine's Day, there's 2 theories behind Valentine's Day. The first theory is, it goes back to Roman times, and there was 2 men called Valentine who were basically killed by a Roman emperor, and they become martyrs. That's one theory about Valentine's Day. Another theory is that it's actually an ancient Roman festival where the men all got absolutely hammered. They slaughtered goats, they stripped the goats of their skins, and then all the women of the village would line up in the Feast of Lupercalia, and it was a fertility festival, and basically all the men, they'd all be drunk, and they'd have these goat whips, and they basically whip the women, and all the women believed they'd be more fertile by doing that. And I thought, that's shocking, you know, just like drunken men and women abusing each other. I mean, that wouldn't happen today, would it?
Yeah.
And then I wandered into Wetherspoons in Gloucester last Saturday. And you can see it there. Oh my God. Rough. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I'm from Gloucester. I've lived there all my life, and it is rough. One of the things I like to do when I do gigs is have a look at the local Facebook pages. And unfortunately, Cam doesn't have one. But you do have Dursley Natters, and there's been some great stuff on Dursley this week.
Oh, Jesus.
So, this was a day ago. Lorraine Viggers, is she in? Anybody know her? Lorraine Viggers. Does anybody know of someone who can make a wooden bespoke tortoise table? What the? Yeah, that was my reaction. Steve Carter said, I can recommend Paul Sams, he is amazing. And then Lawrence Holmes said, what, like an actual table for a tortoise? Or is it a style of table? Either way, I definitely can. And Lorraine Viggers said, Lawrence Holmes, yes, a table for a tortoise to live in, not a tortoise-shaped table. Has anybody got a tortoise? I've never heard of that. Hey? You know Lawrence? Give him a kick in for me when you see him. Annie Jenkins, 18 hours ago, wrote, how sad is this? I went out around Kings Hill Friday night to put posters up of our missing pet, and most have been taken down. We just want our family pet back. That's quite sad, isn't it? That's quite upsetting. Lara Trevay said, there is someone who lives down St George's who kept cats in, thinking the way homeless. I'm sure it was one of Amelia Udall Cat. That made no sense to me at all. I know what she was trying to say. And somebody else said, yes, it's the guy on the corner of Oak Drive with all the cars. He puts meat out for the strays, but he doesn't care that it encourages people, pets. We'll keep an eye out for you. And then this bloke obviously read it, right? Kev Davis. Is Kevin in tonight? I'd love him to be here. He's not here, is he? So Kevin said, let's just put this in perspective. I am the evil person that was trying to catch a very ill stray cat. It was about 5 years ago now. I had to get a trap in the end from the Cat's Protection, and I did catch him. The vet bill was £600, which I paid gladly. I get vilified even now by a few that cannot let it go even after, this long after. I even checked my shed, as I'd been there once a couple of weeks ago. I think Kevin had been on the pot when he wrote that. This next one, I love this. This is from Derek Ferrari Frankland. Do we know Derek? Anybody know? I mean, what sort of fucking name is that? But he's on the ball as Derek. This was a day ago. Did anybody else hear what sounded like gunshots coming from a moving car in the area of Hopton Road near Elm Lodge and the primary school just 15 minutes ago at 9 p.m? I counted about 35 to 40 non-automatic rounds fired. Right? That's quite a precise thing to do. I put it to you, good people of Cam, that if you heard 35 to 40 automatic rounds being fired, you wouldn't fucking post on Facebook, would you? You would phone the police.
I'd be ideal.
And then he said, literally, a second later, Oh, it's okay. Sorry, it was fireworks. The ex-military in me kicked in. I googled him. He hadn't even been in the fucking TA. He was just ridiculous. I'm not going to go on about the dog poo. This one, this was sad. This made me upset for about 2 seconds. This was by Henry. Is that a proper name? He's your neighbour. Is he? Is that his real name? It's not his real name. Oh, is he? So this was 6 days ago. Very simple post. Black and white cat hit in stone by the side of the road still. And I thought, well, of course it's still. It's fucking dead. I thought that would go down better, Darren, to be honest. And I'll just finish off with this one. Alicia Cook. Do we know Alicia? Is Alicia in this evening?
No.
Hello everyone, I don't know if this is allowed, A-L-O-U-D. She's definitely in need of teacher training. But I'm looking to rehome my African land snails. I have 9 of them. Comes with tank, I have some soil for them as well, and other bits that they need. PM me for more details. It's just so much work to keep them. How hard is it to keep a snail? That's not a lot of work, is it, to be fair? Grace Bean replied, do we know Grace?
No.
Grace Bean just put, Mum, me please. Unfortunately, I think what Alicia then did, because I'm doing a gig in Cirencester tomorrow, so I had a look on the Cirencester Facebook page. This was posted a day ago by a girl called Caroline Bush. 4 African land snails were dumped in Tesco's car park today. So I've written to Alicia Cook to ask about the whereabouts of her land snails. She hasn't come back to me yet, to be fair.
They ran away.
What was that?
They ran away.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you my best snail joke. Right. So the snail goes into Gloucester Police Station. He crawls up the counter and he gets onto the top. And the sergeant says, "What's up?" He said, "I've just been mugged." "You've been mugged?" I went, "Yeah, I've just been mugged outside by 4 slugs." He said, "Oh, are you all right?" He said, Yeah. I'm just obviously a bit upset, a bit shaken. He said, "Okay, fine. Just describe what happened." He said, "Well, that's the thing. Just all happened so fast." That's the best fucking snail joke you're going to all night. To be honest. Oh no, I have got one more. I have got one more. So there's a family having a barbecue, and there's a ring at the door, and the husband goes out and opens the door, and there's a snail hanging on the door. He said, "What do you want?" And the snail said, "Well, you're having a barbecue out the back." He went, "Yeah? How do you know that?" He said, "Well, I could smell it." He said, "What do you want?" He said, "Well, I just thought if you're having a barbecue, you've probably got some lettuce or something I could eat." "What?" He said, "Well, I haven't eaten for 2 days. Can you just give me a piece of lettuce?" He said, I'm not giving you a piece of lettuce." And he got a snail and he threw it down the garden. Yeah, about 8 months later, there's another ring at the door, and the bloke goes out and the snail's there, and he goes, "What did you do that for?" I love that joke. I'm disappointed you didn't laugh as much as I was inside. Oh, I love this gig. It's so chilled and so laid back. And we've got we've got a fantastic eclectic lineup for you tonight. And are you ready for your first act of the evening?
Yeah.
So this gentleman was one of the ones I did my first ever gig for. I've gigged with him loads of times. I love him. I think you're going to find him different. His name is Darren Hoskins, and I would say, should we just welcome you? What are you going to do? You're just going to
Yes.
Are you going to put your clothes back on now, or are you
If I
just
can,
going
if I can.
to... You stood behind you, Craig. I'm not talking to you.